Welcome into the On Deck podcast. I'm Shannon Sommerville here with Tyler Wiemann, about to break down today's daily fantasy baseball slate. We'll also get to our prop bets, home run calls, and your sleeper picks for today. Yeah. It is July 1st. Man,
crazy how quick
I know everybody's getting ready to fire up the barbecue. It's July 4th weekend. We got some fireworks today on the show.
Yeah, we do.
I'm paying off a bet today.
Uh-huh.
I have to, earlier in the show, if you've watched earlier in the week, I made a bet with Tyler about who would hit more home runs or which venue would provide the more home runs. Is it going to be Coors Field or Wrigley Field? Yeah, I lost that one. I backed Wrigley Field. And so,
sure did.
In light of the conversation we were having about the College World Series and the shot contest, or the jello shot contest that was going on there, of course, I have to take a jello shot at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. I also made the jello shot, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to taste, or it's
a jello
accidentally
shot.
put them in the freezer first, so it's kind of slushy. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Anyway, stay tuned for that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Today is also International Joke Day. Got any knee slappers for us here today, Tyler?
You know, my dad jokes are so weak. I'm still
you
practicing.
Step up your dad now that you're a dad.
I'm still kind of a new dad.
New dad?
You know?
Haven't gotten the New Balance shoes yet?
Exactly. No fanny pack. No New Balance shoes. You know, I'm just not quite there yet.
All right. You know what else is a joke? Speaking of International Joke Day, it is Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes.
And for those of you not familiar with Bobby Bonilla Day, basically every year, and on this day, 59-year-old Bobby Bonilla will collect a check for $1,193,000 from the New York Mets. And he will every July 1st from 2011 through 2035. Well, why is this, you might ask? Well, in 2000, the Mets agreed to buy out the remaining $5.9 million on Bonilla's contract. So instead of paying Bonilla the $5.9 million at the time, well, the Mets agreed to make annual payments of nearly $1.2 million for 25 years, starting July 1st, 2011, including a negotiated 8% interest.
I cannot believe he got this. It is such a wild contract.
Amazing. So,
what would you do with your almost 1.2 mil?
I have no idea. Remember when we had International Want to Be a Millionaire's Day?
Yes.
And you said you wanted Morgan Freeman to narrate your life.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I think it was Rob Schneider. Be my hype man.
I think I would just go on vacation. You know?
Yeah. Good old vacation sounds good.
Awesome. Like Tahiti, Bora Bora, somewhere really cool.
Just spend
where they
the
have
4th.
Those little huts on the water.
Yeah, spend the 4th somewhere tropical every year.
Exactly.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
So happy Bobby Bonilla Day for everyone who celebrates. Let's get to today's slate of games for today. And we'll start off with some weather notes for you in daily fantasy. So keep an eye on some of these conditions. Pittsburgh, just a 15% chance of rain, but it is 87 degrees there at PNC Park. Wind is blowing in, though, and that rain should hold off, so no problems there. We've got Detroit, 60% chance of rain here, 10-mile-an-hour wind to left, though. Early postponement is possible there, so keep an eye on that one. Yankees at Cleveland, 81 degrees, 51% chance of rain. Just something to keep an eye on there. 11-mile-an-hour winds, though, to right field. And at Citi Field, some great hitting weather, okay? 83 degrees and 14-mile-an-hour winds to left field. We've also got Baltimore at Minnesota, 12-mile-an-hour winds to right center at Target Field. So great hitting weather at Target Field. And lastly, we've got Coors Field, 11-mile-an-hour winds to center. Nice there. There is a 32% chance of rain there, but delay not likely in that one. I guess I'll mention that the Padres-Dodgers game is 73 degrees. They've got 10-mile-an-hour winds to center field. It's just for you, for your Padres.
They do. They do. It was a tough loss last night, though.
And the White Sox are at the Giants. That's a chilly one, 56 degrees, but the wind is blowing out pretty strong, 21-mile-an-hour winds to left center.
And if you watch the Park Factors video, you will learn that that ballpark was made to knock down some of that wind.
Exactly. So the wind factor not as strong there as it would, say, at a Wrigley Field. Let's talk about our pitchers for today in our chalk report, and first talk about some high-owned pitchers for today. We're going to start with Brewers righty Corbin Burnes going up against the Pirates today. He's 42% owned on both DraftKings and FanDuel, so some high ownership numbers there. 2.41 ERA, 192 opponent average. Last time out got tagged for 3 earned runs, including 2 home runs against the Blue Jays, but still got 9 strikeouts and the win. So, even when he gets hit, he delivers.
Yeah, and I mean, this is pretty simple. It's an elite pitcher versus Pittsburgh. So, an elite matchup. It's a 5-star alert score. He has almost a 30% combined K rate today, which really we don't see higher than that as far as a combined K rate. So, he also has a great track record with Pittsburgh. Yeah. It's going to be really hard to fade Burnes.
Exactly. Astros righty Christian Javier going up against the Angels, 39% owned on DraftKings, 22% owned on FanDuel. Oh, man, he's coming off that combined no-hitter against the Yankees with a career-high 13 strikeouts in that game. Over the season, he's got a 2.73 ERA and a 188 opponent average, and he's even better at home where today's game is. What do you like about this matchup against the Angels? I don't know. He's got to see Mike Trout.
Yeah, I mean, the top of the Angels lineup is difficult, but the back half is not that good. But he does have a 3.5 alert star rating. He also has almost a 30% combined K rate today. And Javier has just been terrific lately, like you were talking about. He has a 2.87 FIP over the last 5, 3.2 over the last 20. The one thing is he is allowing a ton of fly balls, 66% fly balls. So Trout, Ohtani definitely will be able to get under it a little bit. It's just, will they be able to hit it hard enough to get out of the stadium? Other thing is LineStar is only giving him a 14.82 projection versus the consensus is at 19. Okay. So we are much lower on him than everybody else.
Everyone else?
Yeah.
Interesting to note there. How about Yankees Garrett Cole? The Cole train is headed to Cleveland to take on the Guardians, 32% owned on DraftKings and 15% owned on FanDuel. So a little bit less owned there. 2.99 ERA, 2.01 opponent average. He has been just slightly worse on the road in terms of ERA. The opponent average is 2.07, so about the same. He's coming off a loss against the Astros where he gave up just 4 hits, 1 earned run, which was a home run, 8 strikeouts. But that was the game the Yankees decided not to hit. So he was on the other side of that.
Yeah.
No-hitter.
And Cole is in a good spot again here. However, I think he's just going a little lower owned because the combined K rate of those 2 other guys are near 30%, whereas Cole is right about 25% combined K rate. He also has the 3-star alert score, which is the lowest of the high-owned guys.
Sure.
The Cleveland offense does not strike out much, but Cole is so good at strikeouts that shouldn't really matter too much. And the BVP numbers, 57 plate attempts. The Guardians are hitting 170 with a 151 ISO. I almost slipped up there and didn't say Guardians. As a 3.6.
That happened to me last time. You know that.
Implied run total for Cleveland. So Cole's in a fine spot.
You're just going to call them Cleveland from now on.
It's Cleveland here on out. I've been doing that all season because I don't want to mess up.
The Guardians.
Yep. Come football, it's it's Washington. It won't be the football team or Commanders.
I know. You got to just stick with the city. That way you can't go wrong.
Yep. Let's
go to our low-owned pitchers for today. Taking a look at White Sox righty Lance Lynn. He's going up against the Giants today, 8% owned. 6.19 ERA, just 3 games back, though, so not a lot to go of. The one thing I did note was that he is going deeper into games. Yep. Now, he did get hit in 6 2/3, 5 earned runs, including a home run. But he did have 8 strikeouts in the loss to the Orioles. There are some signs that are positive.
His strikeout stuff is starting to show up again. He has a below 4 whip or FIP on the season. So all of that is kind of coming together, and he's just too cheap for the quality of pitcher that he's always been, and that's really why we want to bring him up here. And he's also the 2nd highest value rating on LineStar, 3-star alert score, but he also has great history versus San Francisco. 48 plate attempts, they're only hitting .089 versus him. With a combined K rate of almost 23%, I really do like the upside at the price.
Nice. All right, so how about the upside of Twins righty Joe Ryan going up against the Orioles today? 3.20 ERA, 2.21 opponent average. Last time he faced the Orioles was early May. He held them to just 2 earned runs on 6 hits, just 3 strikeouts in 4 2/3. What do you like about this matchup today for Ryan, besides the Orioles, who do strike out a bit and can be prone to some dry spells at the plate?
Yeah, and Ryan started the season absolutely on fire. He got hurt, went on to the IL, he got COVID, and it took him a little while to kind of get back, and hasn't quite been right since. He hasn't hit that stride again, but he is facing a bottom 10 offense that over the last month, they have struck out 25%, and he has a 3.8 FIP over the last 24% K rate. I like the upside here. His price has came down a little bit. He was a mid-9 kind of DraftKings price guy. Now he's in the 8s. So I think there's a little value on his price, and I like the upside there.
All right, let's get to Mets righty Chris Bassett going up against the Rangers today. 26% owned on DraftKings. 4.01 ERA for him, 2.28 opponent average. Better at home, though. 3.16 ERA, 2.16 opponent average. Last time out against Miami, he did give up 3 earned runs, including 2 home runs, 5 strikeouts. He didn't have any walks and still got the win over the Marlins. So what do you like about Bassett today against the Rangers?
Yeah, Bassett looks like he's in a decent spot. He's second highest projected on LineStar, 4.5 LineStar alert score. He has a nice 25% combined K rate, so right up there with Cole as far as combined K rate, but a lot cheaper. The one thing, though, is that he is allowing 44% fly balls, and the wind is blowing out today in Citi Field, so that could give him a little trouble, but I do like his upside there if he's able to keep the ball in the park.
All right, so taking a look at our pitchers, the overall situation, would you pair like a Corbin Burns with a Lance Lynn or Joe Ryan?
Right now I'm thinking Corbin and Lance for DraftKings. On FanDuel, probably have a lot of Corbin.
Yeah. All right. So that is our pitchers for today. Before I forget, make sure to hit like and subscribe and comment below who you have today for your pitcher. And let's move along to our stacks for today. Our high-owned stacks. We're going to look at the D-backs at Rockies. It's going to be the righty Antonio Senzatella on the hill for Colorado. 4.66 ERA, 3.63 opponent average. That's up there. At home, though, he's slightly better. Well, in terms of ERA, 3.52 ERA. The opponent average is about the same, 3.65. Last home game versus the Padres, though, he gave up 1 earned run on 6 hits and got the win. So what do you see from him today? Is this a good play? Is he in a good spot, or are you in on this?
He's definitely in a good spot. Arizona's in a good spot, not Senzatella. It's in Colorado. Obviously, we all know hitters fare much better there.
Yes.
And ownership is high, but it's not a crazy high number like it was versus the Dodgers earlier this week. So I wouldn't be scared off just because ownership is high. And in 112 plate attempts, Arizona is hitting 365 off him with 4 home runs and a 231 ISO. So they have had a lot of success against him. As you mentioned, his ERA does look a lot better at home, but the opponent batting average is still really bad. So I would expect that ERA to come up a little bit. His FIP is higher than the ERA too, so the ERA should come up.
All right. So how about the Twins going up against Orioles righty Spencer Watkins, who's got a 5.14 ERA and a 2.89 opponent average. Now, he's coming off the best outing of the year. He held the White Sox to just 5 hits, no earned runs in 5 innings, and he got the win. However, in previous outings, he's prone to getting torched, and he hasn't gone past 5 innings. Yeah,
and bullpen's not very good for Baltimore. And that's really a big part of this is not only do you have Watkins after him, more pitchers that are kind of below average. Watkins, 6.5 FIP over the last 20, 50% fly balls, and we have warm weather, and the wind is blowing out pretty strongly. So definitely kind of like that Minnesota stack.
Nice. How about on the other side of that Coors Field matchup, we've got the Rockies, who will be going up against D-backs righty Merrill Kelly. He's got a 3.64 ERA, 2.48 opponent average. I remember he started the season really great, but he's been a little inconsistent. Last time out, 4 earned runs, including a home run in 6 innings pitched. Versus the Tigers, who are a team that has bottom of the barrel in terms of offensive production. Last time he faced the Rockies, it was a gem. 1 earned run, 8 2/3, just short of a complete game. So what do you see with, is this a fade stack or are you in on this?
So when I saw that they were about the same ownership as Minnesota, I really kind of wanted to dig in a little bit. And I went to some splits with Kelly. In Colorado, his ERA is 8.15 and the opponent batting average is 3.29.
Wow.
So instantly from that, I think you kind of got to like Colorado a little bit. Kelly has not fared well there. He was or has been a solid pitcher outside of Colorado, but we have great hitting weather. The implied total is 5.9. I think you have to at least consider it.
All right. So good stacks there for today. What some low-owned ones where you can maybe find a little value and create some differences so that separate yourself from the pack. Yankees going up against Guardians righty Aaron Savale, who's giving up a 3.23 average and a 5.48 slugging to righty bats. I know a few of those righty bats that he can hit pretty well against righties. So I like the Yankees too, as you can see by my shirt.
The stat that you no, I saw it after I put them there. But that is the stat of him versus righties that really kind of brought me to the Yankees. The Yankees have a ton of really good righties. And Rizzo, the one lefty that's kind of always in the lineup, yeah, he does really well against Savale too. So he's not really going to see any breaks. The Yankees are a great offense. Second highest WRC plus versus righties in the month of June. And Savale's allowing 1.4 home runs per 9. So a lot to like.
All right. How about the Mariners going up against A's righty James Caprillion? So Mariners bats today. We liking them?
Yeah, I mean, Seattle's been better at home all year. They're top 10 offense versus righties and at home. They are also a cheap stack with some decent upside here if you want to get to those higher priced pitchers in 41 plate attempts. They're hitting 333 off James Cap with 2 home runs and 222 ISO. The 4.4 implied totals, a decent amount too. So.
All right. So we got some nice plays there for daily fantasy. Remember, if you want to find some more stats and information or just use our draft optimizer, check out LineStarApp.com. Now it is time for our sleeper picks. So let's pull up the LineStar app. Here we go. Going to our projections page here. As you can see, we've got for DraftKings, our value play here is going to be Kyle Isbell, $2,000 lefty bat going up against Detroit righty Michael Pineda, who's giving up a 3.02 average to lefty bats this year. Isbell just 2.23 on the year, but he does bat 2.41 against righties. And he homered in each of the last 2 games he played. You can see that in his player card right there. Isbell slugs his second homer yesterday. And we also have some notes on the LineStar app where you can just take a closer look at some of the value plays there. Now let's go to our FanDuel play. And we've got Mariners second baseman Abraham Toro, $2,100 on FanDuel. He was batting 180 on the season, but 385 the last 7 days. He has had a hit in each of his last 4 games. Yesterday, 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBI against Oakland righty James Caprillion, who's much worse against lefty bats. And Toro's a switch hitter, so he's a switch hitter whose best OPS numbers are actually this exact situation, a lefty bat against a righty pitcher. And he's also been moving up in the batting order. So yesterday, pair doubles in Wednesday's win. So you can see his player card there. LineStar really liking him at that price point there. And you can find all of this stuff on the LineStar app. Lots of information. And again, this sleeper pick just sorted by value there, but you can sort by all sorts of different stuff. Check out the LineStar app, linestarapp.com right now. If you lock in your price at $19.99, that price does go up to $29.99 at the start of football season. So just lock it in now before football season starts. I know you guys have fantasy football drafts coming up, so it's a good resource for that as well. Now it's time for our home run calls of the day. Yesterday, Joey Votto delivered for me.
He sure did.
Delivered the bomb. It was cute, too, because right before his at-bat, I saw a video. He went up to a fan. It was really cute interaction. And then he hits a bomb, and I'm like, baseball gods, that's karma.
You just see him high-five the fan.
It was so cute.
Yep.
Adorable.
Fan was wearing a Cubs jersey, too.
I know.
Votto didn't even care.
All right. So who are you going with for today's home run call?
You know, my streak got broken yesterday. Contreras didn't come through for me. The Cubs did hit multiple home runs. I didn't pick the right guy, but today I will. We are going with Minnesota Twins, Carlos Correa. Correa's hot right now. He's hitting .340 in the month of June, has 6 home runs, and Watkins allows a .308 ISO to righties, and all 5 of the home runs he has given up have been to righties. And if Correa doesn't get to him, the bad Baltimore bullpen will give up a home run to him.
Well, you know it's 4th of July weekend, so we've got to start the weekend off with some fireworks, so you know I'm going to America's
Nobody
team.
Is surprised by this pick.
America's team. No one is surprised that I am going Aaron Judge for today's home run call. It's going up against Guardians righty Aaron Savale, who's giving up a .323 average and a .548 slugging to righty bats. Oh, man. Judge crushes righties. .310 average, .665 slugging. As if he needed any help. Mother Nature's on his side, too. Wind is blowing out today at Progressive Fields. The leader in all-star votes is going to have some 4th of July fireworks on the Friday before for the 4th of July. Also, I got to represent for the Judge. We're going yard today. Count it. All rise.
The Judge.
All right, now let's take a look at our prop bets for today. And remember, you can play along with our prop bets by playing in our contest. All you have to do is hit the like button, be subscribed to the channel, and then just write a comment below. And you're automatically entered. You could win up to $60 if both of us get our picks right, which we did yesterday. So we have a winner to announce today.
Let me
both of our prop picks hit yesterday.
Click the little wheel to spin.
It's very exciting. There's a wheel. It is a randomizer.
It is. So it looks like Kevin. I'm not sure how you spell.
Kevin Fontenot.
Fontenot? Is
yes.
that it? Kevin, you are the winner. Kevin,
buddy.
Kevin
You're
also.
The winner. Our first winner.
He just won. Well, it's second winner. The first one hasn't collected yet.
Oh, okay.
Kevin also won the home run contest yesterday.
Oh my gosh, he's just
Kevin's cleaning up
the wins from LineStar.
So congrats,
Love
Kevin. Please
DM
us or email me at tyler@betfully.com and we will get you that prize.
Get you squared away. Congrats. Remember, you can play today for your chance at $60 if we both hit it today. You can also play along. Are we doing prize picks today?
Either one.
Prize picks. We'll do prize picks today. So you can also click the link below and just play along with your own money and sign up at Prize Picks. And if you are a new user, you deposit $10. You can get your deposit matched up to $100. So good stuff there from Prize Picks. Make sure you sign up. It's also, I know a lot of states it's legal in most states because it's characterized as a fantasy game.
Yeah.
So it's a way to kind of get your props in if you're maybe in like a state like California, like we are, where it's not quite all the way legal yet.
They do have some soft lines from time to time as well.
All right, so prop bets for today. Where are you headed, Tyler?
So I am going with Lance Lynn of the Chicago White Sox versus the Giants for over 5 strikeouts. On Prize Picks, he is at 5. On most sports books, it's 5.5 at plus 115. But Lance Lynn has been fully stretched out. He has averaged 104 pitches over his last 2 weeks. Over his last 2 starts. And San Francisco is striking out at 25% in the month of June. I think Lance Lynn is going to hit 5 with ease.
All right. I'm going Byron Buxton over 1.5 bases. He's going up against the Baltimore righty Spencer Watkins, who's giving up a .965 OPS to righty bats. Now, Buxton's kind of been struggling a little bit, or not as electric as he has been, but he does have an 849 OPS against righties. He's even better at home at Target Field, where he has a 1001 OPS, 82 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds out at Target Field today to right center. So Byron Buxton's going to hit that mark today. That's my prop pick for today. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment below for your chance to win $60 if both of us hit it today, which I'm feeling pretty good about today.
What time is it now? You got to pay up?
Is it payment time?
It's payment time.
So as I mentioned earlier in the show, earlier in the week, Tyler and I made a bet. Which venue would have more home runs? Is it going to be Wrigley Field or Coors Field? I let you get first pick in that. You picked Coors. I picked Wrigley. So now I have to do a... Okay.
I'm going to be nice, though. So
I got you one, too.
Hand me one.
Don't worry.
I'm going to join her. It is the 4th of July.
Shots.
Yeah, the jello's not jiggling anymore.
It's not jiggling it.
No, it's a sugar shot.
All right. Yeah. Sugary.
Very, very sugary.
Happy 4th of July,
everybody.
Right, good luck to you and all your fantasy. And as always, follow us on the LineStar app, linestarapp.com. Happy 4th of July weekend. We'll see you guys next weekend.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.